The branch that was given to me is epistemology. It is the study of knowledge. It is also the branch of philosophy that addresses questions involving our ideal cognitive aims and achievements, which include knowledge, justification, explanation, understanding, and wisdom. The philosophical study of the nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. The term is derived from the Greek episteme, which is knowledge, and logos, which means reason. And accordingly, the field is sometimes referred to as the theory of knowledge. Epistemology is considered one of the four main branches of philosophy. Epistemology, the theory of knowledge, especially with regard to its methods, validity, and scope. Epistemology is the investigation of what distinguishes justified belief from opinion. Focus of epistemology. Epistemology focuses on sources of people's consciousness, cognitive ability, cognitive form, cognitive nature, the structure of cognition, the relationship between objective truth and cognition, and so on. In modern philosophy, especially contemporary philosopher, epistemology gains more and more importance. In the development history of epistemological thought, every introduction of a new important concept is to initiate great academic change. Models and categories of epistemology. First is knowledge. Refers to an understanding of the constructs and defining features of science and how this can be used to justify scientific claims. Second is justification. It is the right standing of a person's beliefs with respect to knowledge, though there is some disagreement about what that means precisely. Third is truth. These are attempts to analyze the notion of truth in terms of epistemic notions such as knowledge, belief, acceptance, verification, justification, and perspective. Last is belief. Should be consistently used to refer to a person's beliefs about the nature of human knowledge, like its certainly and how it's conceptualized, and a person's beliefs about the criteria for and the process of knowing. The father of epistemology is René Descartes. Was born on March 31, 1596 and died on February 11, 1650. Was a French-born philosopher, mathematician, and scientist who spent a large portion of his working life in the Dutch Republic, initially serving the Dutch state, army of Maurice of Nassau, Prince of Orange, and the stadtholder of the United Provinces. One of the most notable intellectual figures of the Dutch Golden Age, Descartes is also widely regarded as one of the founders of modern philosophy. Descartes is widely regarded as the father of modern philosophy. His noteworthy contributions extended to mathematics and physics. This entry focuses on the philosophical contributions in the theory of knowledge. Specifically, the focus is on the epistemological project of his famous work was Meditations on First Philosophy. It was published in 1641, in which existence of God and the immortality of the soul are demonstrated. Descartes circulated the Meditations to other philosophers for objections and comments. He responded with detailed replies that provide a rich source of further information about the original work. Indeed, 6 sets of objections and replies were published with the first edition of the Meditations, and a 7th set was added with the second edition. Epistemology. It is the way to believe what we have to believe in our own beliefs, Epistemology is containing towards knowledge and reason. We are reasoning based on our knowledge. That's how epistemology works. Epistemology is the theory of knowledge. It is concerned with the mind's relation to reality. What is it for this relation to be one of the knowledge? Do we know things? And if we do, how and when do we know things? These questions, and so the field of epistemology is as old as philosophy itself. Answering these questions requires considering the relationship between knowledge, truth, belief, reason, evidence, and reliability. It requires considering the different psychological routes to knowledge, including different processes of reasoning, logical and scientific, introspection, perception, memory, testimony, and intuitions. Epistemology's goal. One goal of epistemology is to determine the criteria for knowledge so that we can know what can or cannot be known. In other words, the study of epistemology fundamentally includes the study of meta-epistemology, what we can know about knowledge itself. Uses of epistemology. The term justification is used in epistemology. A belief is justified if one has good reason for holding it. Loosely speaking, justification is the reason that someone holds a rationally admissible belief on the assumption that is a good reason for holding it. All organisms function by having a perceptual knowledge of their environment, or rather, they have a specific conceptual perspective towards the objective world. Organism with an advanced neutral system can create an abstract version of perspectual knowledge with the use of symbols and memory. If we devote a formalized study to abstracted knowledge, spotlighting its validity as an accurate description of the objective world, we are being practical, and epistemological assessment should be factored into any intellectual orientation to the objective world. Why do we need epistemology? We need this branch of philosophy for building self-confidence with our own mindset. We also need it to develop our own knowledge and reasoning. This is common for those lawyers or those who want to be a lawyer. Epistemology is important because it influences how researchers frame their research in their attempts to discover knowledge. We need it again because it can sharpen our skill like reasoning and problem solving. A strong base of knowledge helps brains function more smoothly and effectively. We become smarter with the power of knowledge and solve problems more easily.
Thank you for listening.